আমরা এখন হচ্ছে পেট্রার যে মেইন এন্ট্রেন্স ওই দিক দিয়ে ঢুকছি। হ্যালো, নো থ্যাংক ইউ। আপনাদেরকে একটু দেখাই যে মেইন রোডটা যেটা পেট্রার দিকে গেছে ওটা কেমন দেখতে।
It is called the Sikh, which is an Arabic word that stands for a narrow passage. This is a crack that resulted because of the earthquakes over hundreds of millions, over 100 million year old, and eventually flash floods enlarged the canyon the way it is. It's quite smooth relatively compared to the upper part, and that's due to the flash floods running at the lower part.
This man-made, right?
Yes, concrete was laid down back in 1998. That was in order to stop the erosion and to make traveling down the canyon of the Sikh easier, because back then we had more than 90% of the tourists coming to Petra. They were retired, elderly people. The flash floods at the time of formation have actually deposited these layers, and then at some point there was a drought, followed by a big flood that actually created a lake, and the lake lasted for a bit long time, which this was the bed of the lake. And when the water was evaporated, of course, the bed of the lake, the clay here received the deposits of the minerals like manganese dioxide phase 7 and phase 4 and phase 2, which results in different colors. Like phase 2 results in green, and phase 4 results in black, and phase 7 results in purple. We got also the sulfur deposits too, and the rusted iron oxide deposits. What happened is that evaporation made the water to to disappear, and right here you can see the cracks that is made due to this clay surface was drying up. And then more deposits were brought on the top, and you can see they're horizontals all over, right? So this is actually deposits because of the flash floods. At some other points you can see the cross pediments, which is similar to what we can see here. That meant that the wind carried the sand particles and deposited the sand dunes, or formed the sand dunes. Basically it is very obvious at the top of the mountains where it is dome shaped, and that has to do with being sand dunes, and then it was covered because of the periodic sea. When the water withdrew out of here, it was mountains out of sand and sediments, and of course those sand dunes were turned into rocks already due to the pressure. So what we can see here at the top of the mountains used to be sand dunes, and the lower level it's deposits because of the flash floods. Every time we get to see these dark veins, it means we had different fluctuation of the amount of rain that was actually following. Here you can see like horizontal, but you can see the cross pediments again down here. So probably this was formed by the water. But later on, if you get to see the upper part of the mountains, you will see like the cross pediments been really quite big and not as small as this. So the grayish color that you will be able to see also on your way down to Wadi Rum in the DC area, that's because it's where most of it is there. It's like around 350 million years old, while here it is around 450 to 500 million years old. Wow. The 20 sandstone. It is possible to see the water channel that carried the water from a spring that's almost 7 kilometers away from here. Holes like this that functioned as sand trap or filtration system. The deposits that is brought along the water had to be deposited down the 2 feet deep hole, and the pure water runs down this way.
That means this is the filtration.
Sorry?
Filtration system, filtration.
Indeed. Well, it is also to regulates the speed of the water. Here you can see the dark veins. They're actually horizontal. It's supposed to be horizontal, but we can see them here being vertical, and that's due to the tectonic plates activities. Sinkholes could happen, and that's what happened here. Okay, So this was actually sucked in from the top. Usually, we know that the canyon of the Sikh was actually formed due to an earthquake crack, and not a river that actually created this. And the big piece of evidence for this is actually here we can see usually if this was a river that actually carved it, what happened is that it would create a erosion along the body of the mountain, for example. So you will see the opposite of this sinkhole supposed to be there, but cracks usually happens. It is shifting.
So, Indiana Jones movie?
The Last Crusade,
Yeah.
the third one.
Yeah, I saw. এখানে হচ্ছে ইন্ডিয়ানা জোন্স মুভি যেটা সেটা শুটিং হয়েছিল।
Such idols like this could protect them from sliding rocks or guard the water systems that is connected to another sequence of water systems up in the mountains that is catching the rain. So we talked about this earlier. We said that the clay pipes and the water channels that actually brought the fresh water for drinking is totally different from another system that was used to regulate the rainwater, so it won't be coming down to this like to the canyon of the Sikh, and it won't make it flooding. This is the original pavement that is dated back to the 2nd century AD. Excuse me, you dropped something. Ancient Nabateans, wherever there used to be areas that is open like this or narrow areas, they tend to have carving niches and idols, and you can see those looks like windows. These were idols, and right here too. They're eroded, but in fact you can see some down here and back there. So this small window thing, this used to have like an idol inside it. A god. You can see this niche that has two idols, which in fact this is more explicit because it reveal the eyes and the nose of the god, which in fact in the beginning used to be silent. Okay, that cave used to contain or have the frankincense, which was for the sake of worshipping the idols. They used to burn the frankincense at the bottom of this niche. أبعط الله الله يرزقك حبيبي أخوك.
আসলে মেইন ট্রেজারিতে যেতে আমাদের হচ্ছে অনেকটা সময় লাগবে, কারণ 2.4 কিলোমিটার এটা হচ্ছে মেইন এন্ট্রান্স থেকে, এবং আমরা যেই ওয়াকওয়ে দিয়ে যাচ্ছি এটা হচ্ছে প্রায় 1.5 কিলোমিটারের মতো। তো আমাদের গাইড বললো আমরা মাত্র অর্ধেক এসেছি, তো আরো হাঁটতে হবে।
This is the mark?
Yes, it is running this way all the way back.
Horse carriage.
Yeah, like wheels.
Yeah.
Remains of a structure that was actually retaining the rainwater, and also the same here too.
রেইন ওয়াটার এটা দিয়ে হচ্ছে হারভেস্ট করতে, বুঝছো? কিছু নেই, এটা আমার কাছে অনেকটা ফিল্ট্রেশন টাইপ লাগতেছে, তাই না? ওয়াটার ফিল্ট্রেশন।
It's a shape man-made, right?
Yes, this is
All are
carved.
man-made,
Yes.
yes.
So this carried the water from a spring that was almost 7 kilometers away from here. It used to be covered with slabs of sandstone.
7 kilometers.
Yes, and this used to be, because it's sandstone, it's porous. What happened here is that they used the mortar, like you see here, which in fact sealed the water channel from the inside. So having the water channel to be covered up with slabs of sandstone kept the water cool and clean inside.
Yes.
To the right hand side you can see the water clay pipe, or remains of the water clay pipe, another water system supply. There you go, here.
Yes.
So this used to be a complete cylinder that carried the water from the same spring too, but it was to deliver the water to the upper parts of the city. They had flushing toilets, running water inside their houses, and even funneled it into water fountains.
Wow.
He's playing the musical instrument, which is quite old instrument. I mean, it's called a rababa, which in fact a box of wood covered with goat skin. The string is made out of goat hair, like horse hair, and the bow too has the horse tail too, or hair, and it's in order to create this kind of soft sound, they got to get the resin from a tree called juniper here. So the resin of the juniper trees is made into a powder, and it's actually put on this strings. So it actually made it dry, and it creates like a softer sound.